It can be very frightening for people, older people. And if you're unsteady on your feet to start with, that's even worse.
Every day, 80-year-old Lorna Clone walks outside for exercise. But today, she's opted to stay indoors for fear she may slip and fall on the icy sidewalks.
Well, one can break a hip, one can, that's the main thing, is injuring yourself and having to go to the hospital.
Clone, who is still recovering from heart bypass surgery, says she is unable to shovel snow, but is fortunate to have friends who offer to help her out on snowy days.
When you feel independent, and you've always been independent, it's hard to give that up and to actually reach out and ask for help.
89-year-old Marilyn Dyer relies on a home care nurse every morning to test her heart and give her medication. Today, her care provider was not able to make it to her home due to the snow. Dyer, who is also legally blind, depends on a cane, which she says is not usable in the snow.
You go out there and the rubber on the bottom gets wet, it'll slip. So right now I'm staying in until I see a bit of sidewalk out there.
Clone says there are many seniors like her who live in South Surrey and are isolated inside their homes during heavy snowfall.
Well, I have a friend who's very difficult for her to get out of her house because it's on a hill.
And even programs that provide outreach to the most vulnerable are halted by the weather.
As you can see, we have gift baskets here that we prepared yesterday and that volunteers were going to pick up today and distribute to the vulnerable adults in the community. So that's going to have to wait a little bit.
And it's not just the aging population that experiences isolation during the winter.
Especially for people with dementia, it can be very confusing because their routine is broken and they rely on routine.
Dyer says no matter your age or ability, with extreme weather events becoming more common with climate change, planning ahead is key.
I always have a little extra water on hand. I always have a little extra food on hand, and I have my medication that's there for a couple of days.
Dyer is reminding people to check in on their loved ones this winter season. Janella Hamilton, CBC News, South Surrey.